TrueVision Inc. installed, for free, a mirror in nearly every public women's restroom, a mirror that makes you pretty.
Janet Worthston was homeless and she enjoyed seeing herself, for the first time in years, as she still felt inside. Her teeth were straight and present, her skin smooth, her hair shiny, but only when she looked in the mirror. But where else might she see herself? Aside from reflections in store windows, stores she couldn't afford to frequent, she would only see herself in the public restroom of Craig Regional Park in Brea, California, where she lived. She, of course, had no qualms with TrueVision's quasi-altruistic marketing ploy. In fact, her life was patently enhanced.
Within days, all of Janet's prior memories of herself became false images, distant memories. She now saw herself as a drop-dead gorgeous supermodel, a broke one, but physically she had no complaints whatsoever. If only Janet was active in society, but Janet never voted. Janet never owned up to her civic duty, but that was no shock. She didn't even have a valid ID. If you ask Janet, the mirrors were perfect, or rather more than perfect. Just like the union she never supported. Just like she now felt inside, at least on a good day. The new mirror made those days, the good ones, more frequent. She thought of it as her mirror, even though the public shared it. Others, like Megan Herman, enjoyed seeing a skinny version of her otherwise dumpy frame. A junior at Troy High School, for the first week, Megan stayed in the school's bathroom for the entirety of her 11-minute break. Catching glimpses of her new image were the highlight of her day, but she didn't obviously linger. She scurried around to make her presence in the restroom appear normal. She washed her hands, smiling as she took in her undeniable beauty, then headed into a stall. Unnoticed before, Megan remained anonymous. Except in her own eyes. She saw the person she wanted to be. Sitting on a toilet, she listened carefully. As footsteps departed, she'd swing by the mirror again. How lovely, she thought. If only I looked like this in real life. But the mirror was better than nothing. For her, at least, she wanted one for her bedroom. On the first few days, boys snuck in to take mirror selfies, and TrueVision responded. They released an app that let you convert any image into what you'd see in the mirror. Amongst the boys, the app had dwindling popularity. Ultimately, bathroom intrusions stopped, mostly on their own, but also because a few boys were made into examples. Jacob Miller and Sean Walton were suspended. Parents caught wind of the new mirrors.
This is unacceptable. You are not listening to our concerns.
What exactly are you doing to fix this behavior?
Teachers had their concerns. The girls mostly were confused, but it was hard to be bothered by a more beautiful reflection. After a week with the new mirrors, enough questions arose, and perhaps it was inevitable. The PTA was set to meet. Question 1. Should the mirrors be removed, or should the boys' restrooms get them? Parents were all over the map in terms of their initial impression. Administrators, who once supported the mirrors, now felt the pressure of finding an extra $16,000 in the budget to purchase more mirrors for the boys. They failed to think this decision through. When TrueVision offered, they stuck out their hand and said, "Yes, please." Half the school's restrooms at Troy High were equipped, as was the case with Fullerton High, Sunny Hills, Sonora, La Habra, and nearly every public school's restroom across the country. Suicide rates would go down. Depression would plummet. These were the claims, and it all seemed reasonable. But then again, why did TrueVision give each school just 2 days to decide? It was now or never, said the sales rep Judy Cranston. I'd hate to have a suicide take place and be the principal that said no.
Every principal in the Fullerton School District said yes, as did those in the adjacent cities, as did most across the entire country.
The campaign, Free Mirrors for All Women's Restrooms, exceeded all expectations. Tens of thousands of high schools, public parks, and shopping centers accepted the gift. It cost TrueVision several $100 million, but with investment from Maybelline, Calvin Klein, and several other cosmetic companies, TrueVision projected that they'd sell mirrors to every home, to every woman, or so they imagined. They didn't expect that the mirrors would be an issue at schools. They also overlooked that the boys might want them too. Judy would be present at Troy High School's PTA meeting. We convened today to speak on the issue of TrueVision mirrors. We've brought one to this meeting to demonstrate its capabilities. We'll break now to give each attendee the chance to take a look.
Oohs and ahs. Some took camera photos of their reflection.
When do we get a turn?
A few scowled at the image, as if it was too much to handle.
Look at that.
Most were impressed.
Those days.
Helen Beat posed in front of the mirror, hogging it, dreaming of the days when she was the head cheerleader. Or actually, she was the assistant head cheerleader, but she retells the story as if she were in charge. It has been that many years.
A bit embarrassed, Coach Thomas took a pass and was floored. It was as if the mirror knew him. How he wanted to see himself, not too young, but absent of any signs of age. A dapper, trim, neatly crafted spokesman, or newscaster, or even celebrity. It was almost too much, and he too had to be asked to move along. "We've got a lot of people to get through," urged Judy. "But look at you." She encouraged Thomas's vanity. He smiled. Functionally, the crowd learned to spend just a few moments in front of the mirror. Inside, each person wanted to loiter. It was truly something, and the images, the sheer technological brilliance, diverted the attention away from the issues. As intended. More than 30 minutes were spent just shuffling everyone through. As camera pictures surfaced online, the crowd even grew to standing room only. Some of the latest arrivals were denied the opportunity to take a glance at themselves. Judy checked her watch. She had places to be. "I'd like to introduce our campus rep, Judy."
Hello, everyone, and thank you for your interest in True Vision's latest innovation. She expected the charade to wind down shortly. She didn't count on the philosophy professor, Watson.
Watson asked the first question. "Why not the boys?"
Judy had a prepped answer. It's a question of priority. Women suffer from body issues more than men, so consider True Vision to have given them all a small boost, like coffee but healthier, to help them get through the day.
By lying to them? Watson accused.
It's not lying, answered Judy. First, I must ask you, what's even the point of a mirror?
Stumped briefly, Watson named only procedural tasks. Checking yourself, fixing your hair, adjusting makeup.
Well, from your hesitation, it's clear you haven't tried our product. Could I invite you up to the stage?
Hesitant, Watson takes a step backward.
Truly, it's an experience to be had, urged Judy.
No, I'm okay, answered Watson, and his accusatory tone died off. I'm worried about obsessiveness, shouted an unintroduced parent. About girls that need the mirror to get through the day.
But it is there. If they need it, rebutted Judy.
Sure, for now. But what about later?
Later, there will be more mirrors. We have a van in the parking lot selling them.
Now wait a minute, interrupted Sam Rake. I'm a father of 2 daughters, and I don't know how I feel about you getting them hooked on these mirrors, then selling them in the parking lot.
Well, 3% of sales go to the Booster Club.
I don't care about 3%, I'm thinking of the parents. Parents like me. We can't feel pressured to provide for our daughters these special mirrors.
It's truly an optional product. Nobody is forcing anyone.
It's a damn conspiracy, replied Sam. I can just imagine these mirrors.
Judy confidently takes a step forward, pulling the microphone off the stand. Helping hundreds of young women?
How can you be sure it's helping them?
Imagine, said Judy, a mirror that made a woman ugly.
Oh my God, look at us. That is hideous.
That would be bad, would it not?
The crowd nodded.
So we do the opposite of that. We make women look beautiful. It's very clear logic. Now I must be off. Our reps?
We know, yelled Watson. We'll be in the parking lot. Like drug dealers.
Principal Jones was left with the crowd, mostly without questions, but Watson had more to ask. What happens come school dance time? When the kids vote on beauty, where are the mirrors then?
In the restroom, Jones answered. Where they always will be.
Out there is crazy long. I know, but we look amazing. Are you ready to head back out?